friends all around the world. Welcome to the No Cell Nation podcast. We are back post backlash. I almost said backlash. Post backlash. Definitely have a couple things to talk about here. The Raw leading up, the SmackDown leading up, Raw tonight coming up. I don't know where you guys want to start. Would you like to start from Raw? Would you want to start with Backlash, the big?
Let's start with Raw from last week. And I want to talk about the Paul Heyman with the spray tan.
He is looking rather orange these days.
First off, that spray tan was it was unbelievable. I don't even mean racially offensive. It was just offensive to it hurt my eyes to see
10 people.
just to humanity. That's insane to look like
him
that.
and Braun are looking rather orange lately.
Yeah, Braun has never looked that bad. But
I agree.
It's rough when it's fresh like that. That happened within hours of going out there. That was not
100%.
Absolutely. He was just bright orange.
But that being said, when Jay came out and, did the whole thing and then Paul came out, I know they have their issue, but Paul got triggered and he went off. He just started, dude.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was a Paul Heyman masterclass.
It was. It was fantastic. And I'm glad he did that by himself and not with Seth there kind of staring at him, he's able to actually kind of have some autonomy there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like as himself and emote for real. That was great. I love that.
It was, we could sit here for hours and talk about great Paul Heyman promos.
Absolutely.
But I thought that was up there. I'm always in the wrong. I'm always the bad guy. Blah blah blah, all that stuff, and you could just see it in his eyes, and it was perfect. And him and Jay kind of, people give Jay a lot of shit, but I thought they kind of bounced off each other pretty well, in a sense. So I can't complain about that segment at all.
No, and then to lead up into the main event of the evening though. Because that's, when Paul went back and was like, oh, he took the bait. He fell for it. Good job, But that was, when that match got into the ring, I genuinely thought, Jey Uso could lose it tonight.
Oh, yeah. It was, I thought he was going to lose it, to be honest with you.
No, we were in the chat. I definitely said, Jey Uso really could end the reign. The reign could be over now.
And my thought process was just maybe they gave him his WrestleMania moment kind of thing, and they're gonna give it back to Seth because
and it's Seth. It's not like it's fucking whoever the hell.
Nobody, it's Seth.
Yeah.
When I honestly when I think of that title, I think of Seth.
Yeah.
Well,
as of right now, yeah.
Yeah, and he's made that point before out there that he made that title mean something again, and he is now forever associated with the modern era of that championship as probably the best.
Yeah,
with that belt.
Yeah, ever since it was reintroduced or introduced, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, he's exactly like when you think of IC modern era, you're thinking of Gunther now, right?
Yeah.
So
666 days.
Absolutely.
Technically, yeah. If you're thinking of the modern era as post COVID, I guess, or whatever it may be.
Kind of, yeah. I would say
a little bit pre-COVID. I don't know what to the boxes that were forcing
probably
into
the updated title. I'd say is more seeing that title. You think Gunther, but if it's the white one, it's either Miz or somebody.
Yeah,
I think a Miz.
I agree.
Alrighty, let's move on.
Oh well, real quick too, the match.
To be honest, Seth is one of those guys where he could, you always say it about Shawn Michaels, he could put on a good match with a broomstick.
I bet you he still could.
Seth is that guy. He's that guy right now. So, I mean, like I said, people give Jay a lot of shit, and maybe it's partially being in the ring with Seth, but that was a good match. It was
Yeah, and
pretty
everything
much as
about
good as
it.
a match as I think you're gonna get out of Jay at a singles level.
Mm-hmm.
Punk save at the end.
Yeah, I mean the Punk save at the end, which I think a lot of people thought that we were gonna get something at Backlash with Punk and Rollins and Reigns, but that never came to fruition. I don't know if we're getting that at Money in the Bank. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, I don't really know. Um, yeah, that's tough because I don't know what the hell we do with Roman, and I don't know. Maybe it's WWE, so it can really go either way. But I don't know
Yeah.
if the Punk interference with like to help Jay is even going to like mean anything
Right. I don't.
between Punk and CM Punk, between Punk and Jay. Like I don't. That could just be like a he was there and he's involved, so we can throw him in there to save it. But
Right.
like that doesn't, you
Well, I
know.
mean, I've seen people talk about, a 6-man tag with Punk, Jay, and Sammy versus Logan, Seth, and Braun at Money in the Bank. But then I also,
As
people want to see that, if we're doing the John Cena farewell tour, I mean, Money in the Bank, it's got to be Punk. It's got
Yeah.
to be him versus Punk. I mean, that's the match to make. But
probably.
I don't know. Maybe we're gonna figure out what Punk says tonight.
Bro, are we just gonna have a different like OG come out and then tell John Cena he's an asshole and then they're gonna lose to him and then that's just gonna keep happening until probably Cody wins the belt back?
Yeah, I would think they're gonna play the hits. That's what I would
Oh
say.
yeah.
I would think they're gonna play the hits. I think, like I said, we're gonna figure out what the deal with Punk is tonight. I would say, after Saturday night, he posted something on his Instagram story where it was like, the subtitle said John Cena is the champ, and he posted for now. So I'm guessing maybe he's gonna come out and call Cena out, kind of thing. And then I could see if, you know, at Money in the Bank, if we do get Punk and Cena, maybe Seth screwing Punk in that match, in that, Punk versus Cena, and
Okay.
Seth screwing him, setting something up at SummerSlam again, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
True,
That makes
Because
sense.
we got I think we got how much we got until SummerSlam. SummerSlam is early August.
Yeah.
When we got two PLEs until then, we got three,
We
two.
got June and then Saturday night main event and then we have
Night of Champions.
Night of
Money in the Bank.
Champions. We got
Yeah.
Money in the Bank, Night of Champions. Is there something in Saudi Arabia?
I think Night of Champions.
Night of
is
Champions in
Saudi.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, that's June 28th.
Okay.
So Money.
And then I
in
guess
the
that's
Bank.
Saturday night's main event, which is in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now.
Yeah, but
Technically
that's
next
like
Saturday.
that's like non-canon stuff.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
know.
the Money in the Bank is June 7th.
So I got June 7th, June 28th. And then all of July is off. Build till SummerSlam.
There's probably some random thing in there. But let's see.
Because I would think,
Isn't SummerSlam like the 2nd and 3rd of August or some shit?
yeah,
So
it's
it's like
two nights this year.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it's just
another one. There's another one
it's-
later in August, I think.
Maybe.
Okay.
I could be
There's
wrong.
another Saturday night main event in July.
In July. Okay.
Yeah, that's July 12th.
Okay. So we got two SNMEs and Night of Champions and Money in the Bank. And SummerSlam, the 2nd and 3rd. That's right in our backyard.
Right at MetLife.
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe we go to a night if they're, but the tickets are probably extra freaking nomical.
Yeah.
They
there's-
were high, but yeah, it's not in the cards for me this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's so tough, dude.
I'll catch a Raw next year, later this year, if they come to Prudential or Camden or wherever. I'll
Mhm.
go.
Yeah. It's funny because like I was talking
I
about it
won't
the
go
other
to
day
Philly.
with
Not
my
happening.
dad,
No.
where it's like, it's almost more accessible for us. It's definitely more accessible for us because we're paying one ticket for each of us, whatever it may be. We're all gonna, buy our own ticket essentially.
Mhm.
As like a family of 4, or like a family of 5, whatever it may be. Like if you want to take your your kids to a WWE event, you got to take out a fucking second mortgage. It's absurd.
Yeah.
These ticket prices. I mean, the Money in the Bank. I saw the Money in the Bank ticket prices. That should be illegal.
Well, like, so here's the thing. They kind of got to a point where they shifted from trying to sell out arenas to seeing how much they can get for each ticket.
Yeah, and I think that's more a TKO thing than
Yeah,
it is
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
It's
WWE
definitely
I
thing.
agree.
Because I feel like even with WrestleMania last year, like it was expensive, but like I was able to enjoy myself. I didn't feel worried about not having money to go, so it made perfect sense. But now it's like you have to make sure you're saving months ahead
Well,
and
they're
then hopefully
definitely
get a good price.
they're definitely seeing how much they could push too, because
Yeah.
2 nights for an event that isn't WrestleMania in a stadium, it's a pull, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you're talking at least 60 to 65,000 a night. You know, a night, and that's like I said, for something that isn't WrestleMania is crazy.
Yeah.
For those who are unaware, that is where the New York Jets and New York Giants lose every Sunday.
I was gonna say attempt to play football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they lose
Yeah,
every
MetLife
Sunday.
Stadium this year. So,
But and then
an eyesore to say the least.
going back to July, it's speculated that Evolution will be July 5th
Okay.
as of right now. So we'll see. But I think it could happen. They deserve another pay-per-view, the women, especially now with all these women coming up in the future and everything.
Right.
You could put on a good ass pay-per-view with just the NXT women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are like they're freak athletes, like
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Almost every week, the main event is 2 women.
Tonight we have Rhea and Io versus Julia and Roxanne.
That's just gonna be a showcase, though.
I think, but I think maybe Kyrie and Asuka return.
That'd be
I
sick.
think maybe that happens
Maybe.
there.
That'd be sick.
I'll be down for it. I'm very, cool.
All right, well, we're gonna have to put a pin in that and revisit that on next Monday and or Sunday.
Yep.
Moving on to Penta versus JD.
I love watching Penta, man.
Dude,
Same.
me too. And
He's so good.
JD's kind of the man,
Yeah.
like in general.
Well, JD's always been great in ring.
Yeah, but like there's a fan appreciation aspect to him now that hasn't really been there.
hmm Yeah, not
I think
since
it's because of that
NXT.
injury.
I think it's not just because of the injury, it's because of how he handled the injury, how fast he got back,
Yeah.
the way he finished the match, the way he did it,
hmm
the fact that he's back already, and the fact that he's essentially back. Like there looked like a couple of moments where he was trying to be a little touch and go, but like he, for the most part, like yeah, he's JD McDonough again.
hmm
Like you know,
I mean, he was like 3.5 months early on his injury time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that was
2.5 months,
crazy,
whatever.
dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
He's the
For,
man.
for
He
what
really
he
is.
had, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
To even think of finishing a match with a broken rib and collapsed lung is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Moving on, we got Sheamus and Austin Theory.
Sheamus.
Sheamus. with
Man,
the
I
eventual
like
split.
Sheamus. I like Sheamus, but I just feel like they're really doing Theory a disservice.
Yeah.
Like I really do. He has like the makings of a star.
Way more than Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what they don't see in him. But I mean, I would like to see something of value with him in the hopefully near future. But I don't see it happening. They're just soured on him.
I
Yeah.
do love me some Sheamus,
Yeah, I mean,
but
he's a legend, Sheamus.
Yeah.
guess we can move on to the Becky and Lyra segment.
Good segment.
Yeah.
Better than the one before it.
I
Yeah.
thought they really brought out the best in each other there. Lyra really seemed to
She's
come into her own.
finally
Yeah.
getting to showcase her full self.
The last
Yeah.
like 6 days between Backlash and Raw last week, I mean, it really looked like, the crowd's starting to kind of latch on or with the entrance and stuff, and
And
she cut a great promo last Monday.
the
Mhm.
thing
Really good
is,
promo.
too, is like, my favorite part about this is I'm not drawn to the mentor protege aspect of it being Becky Lynch and Lyra, the Irish women, who
Yeah.
it could have been, it genuinely could have been any female veteran. And I think Lyra was getting over the same. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think the fact that it's her like mentor means anything in this story. They're reacting to Lyra. Like, you know what I mean?
She's
Like,
good, man.
Yeah.
she is good. She's good, but she wasn't able to really showcase that when she first got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was
'Cause she
in the
wasn't-
ring. She was in the ring, but she
Yeah.
wasn't talking like that. Like, nobody was giving her this kind of mic time.
Yeah.
Something
No.
that like she can be emotional about. Like, she didn't
Yeah.
have that. Now she's got that, and she's really good at it.
Yeah. Especially because you saw it in NXT. Like she was, not that she flew through the ranks, but she was great, and she beat Roxanne for the title before obviously losing it back to her. But she had great matches when she was NXT champion.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be up and
I
up
think-
for her.
Yeah, I definitely think the casual fan might be starting to latch on to her more, especially after Backlash Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of people really like actively calling her boring, which it really wasn't her fault.
It wasn't
Yeah.
fair. I mean,
Exactly.
Well, with that being said, Io Sky beats Roxanne Perez in a non-title match. I mean, again, it was just to get Roxanne out there, and to further this thing that they're doing, I guess, with the NXT women. And
right.
it's a little bit weird that they've aligned Vaquer with the all like the pre-existing women, kind of.
Like with the champions, you mean?
Well, like Stephanie Vaquer is kind of just by default because of the events that happened, sort of on the side of Io and Rhea here,
Mhm.
whereas now it's Roxanne, Julia. Am I missing somebody?
No, it's just
No, it's Roxanne and Julia.
Yeah, so like Stephanie's either on an island by herself or she's like on the other side of it because they came out to like shit on her debut. I don't know if that was their intent, but that was what happened.
I mean,
that was
Yeah.
what happened.
it's just pretty much a continuation of what's going on in NXT, kind of.
yeah.
But who did Vaquer who was her last match with? Oh, Ivy Nile. Yeah, no, they're giving her an instant solo run.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving
Stephanie?
her an instant solo run because she's already like, she didn't beat the piss out of her. It wasn't a squash match, but she beat Ivy Nile.
Dude, we got at the Raw After Mania, we got Stephanie Vaquer versus Io.
Yeah.
Right, but that
was-
got interrupted and set up this
Oh,
whole thing. But
yeah.
what
Yeah,
of Vaquer, who was in that match? She's doing her own solo. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They're giving her a solo run. She's gonna end up with one of the two mid-card titles probably by the end of the summer.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
maybe.
That would be, so it's Zelina Vega and Lyra.
Lyra, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, we might get a Lyra Vaquer thing, or we might get Zelina and those would be some interesting matches.
Mm-hmm. And it could be Julia or Roxanne
Zelina
too, because
versus
they're on.
Vaquer with their styles. The
Yeah.
lucha.
Dude, what Roxanne is doing is pretty incredible. She's what, 23?
Yeah, she's young.
Yeah.
Insane.
She's
Absurd.
no, she's incredible.
Yeah.
On the mic, in the ring, she's really good. She's fantastic, but they have her in this mix with Julia and Io and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Stephanie's instantly in singles matches. So
Right.
I do think they're giving Vaquer the instant push.
They're a
Single-
little bit higher probably
Yeah.
on
I
Stephanie.
also do think
How could you
Julia's
not be?
spot
She's
was supposed to be Cora's, but obviously that didn't happen.
I get them cutting her. She's
Yeah.
injury prone and she's slowed down in the ring, like visibly because of it. Like she wrestles scared to hurt herself. Like remember what
Mhm.
Daniel Bryan said to the Miz?
Yeah.
She
I
actually
don't think
does
I'll
wrestle
forget
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
She wrestles scared.
Yeah.
Not to get hit, but scared to get hurt in every
Mhm.
single move.
Right.
So I get
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
she's a whatever. I never really cared for her. I didn't get it.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, man. Moving on. Rusev subbing Otis.
I mean,
Otis deserves better than this. But they're showcasing Rusev here, and you need
Yeah.
a fucking beast of a human being to showcase a beast of a human being.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So,
I mean, my biggest concern is just Rusev getting caught in limbo again, which wouldn't surprise me. So
Yeah, but I feel like at this point, just getting him on TV and back in front of WWE
right,
fans
I
is
mean,
good
he's
for
been
him.
gone for a long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
Well,
whatever the hell it was now,
so-
6 years, 5
I
years.
think so.
so
Seven?
he was on AEW, but then he was basically paid to sit home for 2 years
Exactly.
The
in
classic
AEW.
Tony.
So he's just been flat out off TV for
Oh
like
yeah,
3.5 years.
Nobody's
now.
seen him
Exactly.
in 2 years. So
Yeah, more now. I think.
Whatever,
I think
yeah.
it was 2 years before they finally like let him go.
right. So not only you basically have to reintroduce him to the entire wrestling world again. I mean,
you might
rather
as well-
than
and
just
he looks completely different. You could go in a totally like he doesn't have to even be Rusev of before. You don't have to mention
Right.
him like ever.
Right.
Yeah.
You can reintroduce this guy as what what Braun Strowman could have been had he had legs.
Yeah.
And yeah,
right.
no, this is I like the potential that they have with this reintroduction of Rusev.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like he's being that like redeemer character that he was in AEW, but actually given the wheels to be
Yeah.
creative.
Yep.
We'll talk about the match when we get to it, but Gunther's promo with McAfee, the face-off in the ring.
I really don't have much to say until we get to the actual match.
Me neither. The promo was good. Gunther's good. He's very condescending. I love it. I'm sick of McAfee talking.
Dude,
Which is weird because he's on commentary. So
right,
that's
we're
kind of a
gonna
bad
talk
look.
about we'll talk about that when we get to the Backlash card. But yeah, I don't know.
Is he gonna be on tonight?
I
I
think so.
I've soured on McAfee
I
bad.
mean, they said he's like. I think the last thing I heard was that he's like questionable, but I'm not sure.
Whatever. Moving on to I guess Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. We talked about that. We talked about
Yep.
Did we talk about Logan Paul getting involved?
No, but that was
I don't
off
think
air.
so. Yeah.
True.
That was off air. I mean, for those that don't know, Logan attacked Jay. I mean, we're most likely gonna get that at Saturday Night's Main Event in less than 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Take with that as you will. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to be happy about that. So,
I'm pretty sure they aren't already.
oh
So.
yeah, it's
So, moving on to SmackDown, right?
Mhm.
SmackDown.
We're gonna start off with LA Knight and Damian Priest defeat Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa.
The same thing we went over last week. Jacob is a star.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to. We got to parlay that into the actual match on Saturday to talk about it. So we should probably wait until we get there.
Fair.
But for a match setting up the
Yeah.
match Saturday,
It did exactly what it did.
It was good. It was just a good showcase for everybody.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
All right, and we have Alexa Bliss and Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Not how I expected to see Alexa Bliss.
Neither did I.
Yeah. What a nice pop for her, though. Really
Yeah.
nice
Oh,
pop. for
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's great. Zelina Vega's really good. Chelsea Green's really good. And Piper's a good big girl.
Mm-hmm.
Piper's better than Nia. I'll fucking say it. I don't care.
I mean, Weiss, I hate to break it to you, but you could think of anybody and you're going to say they're better than I am.
Yeah.
Because you don't like Nia.
But like Piper actually is a better wrestler in my opinion. She moves
is.
better in the ring.
She is.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I still think the Secret Hervis is the funniest thing ever.
It's amazing.
amazing.
The Hervis,
It's
and now they're
incredible.
calling them, instead of agents, they're calling them Slagents.
Yep.
It's
I-
just
yeah.
Slagent
amazing.
A and Slagent P.
I also love they somehow are gonna get involved with Pretty Deadly. They have to. But
That would be amazing.
there's something about like they got the Scott. I like that they were able to get what the fuck is her name? Alba Fire
Mhm.
involved with this because they got rid of Isla Dawn
Yeah.
and
Right.
I still had her tag team partner. So I'm glad they were able to get the Scottish girl in with this.
hmm
I wish they had room for one more and they could have kept Isla Dawn because
Yeah.
I don't think she's any worse or better really than
Alba Fire.
Alba Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed seeing Alexa come back. I think all four of them are really, really good workers. So
Mhm.
No, yeah, this was probably one of the better 4 women matches you could have put together on SmackDown. Like
Yeah.
with their roster right now.
right.
Charlotte Flair coming out. Ooh, I was kind of itching to talk about this. Charlotte came out. You could tell, like, all right, so this had a different feel. This actually felt like she was, no, all right, I don't want to say it felt like she was working
Mhm.
when she started with the whole, like, I'll leave.
I'm sorry if I'm not paying attention. My parents were gone for 4 days. They were in Ohio, and my dog is literally like going nuclear right now. It's hilarious.
Oh,
She's like jumping off the walls.
Nice.
But continue.
When she got rattled with Tiffany, when that whole thing happened, you could feel that was unscripted.
hmm
You could feel that really felt like it. This actually felt like a good acting thing, like that she was
Right.
doing here. Like this actually felt like, okay, you're actually doing your job and you're doing it well here. When she was like, I'll leave, like blah blah blah. I am curious how she is backstage with this. I don't think she likes this. Like I don't think she likes being this, not this kind of heel.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Go away, Heat.
Yeah.
this is it's almost go away Heat. I don't know if it's quite. I think it was for a minute, but I
Mhm.
think this is kind of like a. We do love to hate you.
Yeah.
We still
Yeah.
love to hate you.
It kind of feels like with Cody in AEW when he never turned heel because he just
Right.
didn't want to, and then the crowd was just like, "Bro, we don't want you to be a face. Like, just turn heel already." Like,
Yeah.
but now it's like the opposite. Like, we just don't want to see Charlotte. Which, granted, at this point, kinda, but I do feel like she still has a place here because she's just
I do
a
too. I
great,
think they
a
need to
great
just get her
performer.
away from. She's just might not be main, title picture right now. She
Yeah, I
might
don't
have
think
to.
so.
She might have to kind of, I guess, get a little more stain.
There's some Charlotte fatigue going on for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Loved Jade Cargill interrupting her and staring her down as she walked by her. That was great.
Yeah.
Jade looks sick as always, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking yoked. Disappointed in the match.
Would it be because of the outcome?
In part because of the outcome, in part because of the other half of the participants. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, it's just to get Tiffany another title win or retention, like for her first title or
Yeah.
second title retain. Might as
Sure,
well just do
yes,
it against her, and it makes sense because she got cashed in and she never got a rematch. So
No, you're right. We kind of got to get this out of the way. That being said, what's next? Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Because didn't Naomi come in and attack Jade after this too?
yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
she attacked Tiffany.
Love what Naomi's doing.
I really like what Naomi's doing.
Love
Yeah.
what Naomi's doing. This is good
She's like
stuff.
very interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that she was playing air drums 3 weeks ago.
That was
That was
yeah.
that was weird to watch, but no, I really, really like what Naomi's doing.
Mhm.
And to be honest with you, I haven't said that like Not that I've ever hated Naomi. Not that I
No,
disliked
but
her
have you
by any
ever
means.
loved anything she's done?
Right.
She's done.
Now
Yeah.
I'm like really invested in what she's doing. I really like
The
that kind
caution
of
tape is a really sick look.
Yeah.
Caution tape is a sick look. The Jade feud was on fire essentially,
Mhm.
and that was fun to watch. So I'm excited to see what she does. Maybe
Yeah.
potential Money in the Bank winner.
That would be awesome.
I can see that.
That would be awesome. Your boys, Lamb, your boys, Fraxium versus the Street Profits, the beat up Street Profits.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Right.
Both
They're
of
just
these teams are incredible. This match with them, with Street Profits being hurt,
Yeah.
this match was phenomenal. I
Right.
loved it. This is one of the
Mhm.
best tag matches I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it's just two of the best doing what they do.
Yeah.
These, where were the Street Profits out for a little while, or were they just not in the picture?
They just weren't in the picture.
Yeah, they just weren't in the picture, which is crazy. I mean, if you look at their last month in general, it's pretty much crazy to think they were ever pushed aside because they're just so damn good in the ring.
Oh, the fucking size of these men.
Yeah.
They're massive. And they're freakishly athletic. And Fraxium, don't even get me started on Fraxium.
They're absurd.
Yeah.
Dude,
They are absurd.
these two teams should, I don't care if they never see each other for the next fucking 8-9 months. These two teams should get some sort of like WrestleMania card opening match, something to put a big stamp on the fucking tag match.
Well, yeah, I mean, we look at what happens. We that match that was on SmackDown post Mania. The fact that it wasn't on Mania was insane.
It's just that who's got the other tag titles?
Is it
New
War?
Day.
No, New Day. New Day.
Yeah, whatever. All right. It literally took these two teams to like make the tag title, the tag team division interesting again.
Yeah.
They were getting it there. I'm not gonna lie. They were doing a good job. Like Pretty Deadly and Motor Shitty Shitty Walk. The Motor City Machine Guns. And like, did I say Pretty Deadly? And like that whole thing, that was doing good. That was kind of making it come back a little bit. I actually didn't mind
You
what
mean
they were
DIY
doing.
there?
DIY involved. I like what they're doing too, but these two teams are honestly, fuck it. Put them in the other. Put Fraxium on the other show. Put Fraxium on the other show. Have them go up against the New Day. I don't care.
Oh, the SmackDown tag team division is miles ahead of Raw right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even close.
No, give them the other titles. I don't want these two teams anywhere near each other for titles, unless they're gonna trade them every fucking week. Because that's what we need. That's what we fucking need on Friday nights, dude. Is Fraxium and fucking Street Profits every week? I'm all for it. Moving on to Aleister Black beating up Carmelo Hayes, kicking him repeatedly.
I'm so happy he's back.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just so good, and
he is very, very good. Aleister.
He's pretty goddamn sick.
Yeah.
Right. And
Carmelo Hayes is great.
Right.
Yes.
I think I really like the fact that we're gonna get Carmelo Hayes and Aleister Black probably at Money in the Bank or Saturday Night's Main Event, whatever the hell it's gonna be. Whatever one, I don't care. That match is gonna be a banger.
Andrade and Rey Fenix against Los Garza.
Another kind of showcase for Rey.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I'm glad. I don't even give a shit if it becomes a tag team thing. Keep Andrade like out there.
Yeah.
Keep him on the screen. He
needs
deserves
to be relevant. He's so good, Andrade.
He deserves it. I'm telling you, they're not going to cheer for him, but like the viewer would rather Andrade than Charlotte on their screen.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, with Worlds Collide in June, he'll probably have a match there.
With Charlotte? Oh, that'd be sick.
Not with
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Talk about those worlds
Not with
colliding.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know
in
about that.
general. Just having him on a AAA show. But I think it's NXT and AAA, but even then, just have them on there. You're gonna need matches, so might as well
Yeah,
do something there.
absolutely. Then moving on to the John Cena thing. We got the John Cena promo. We got the
We got John Cena laying in a ring again, passed
Yeah.
out,
of course.
which I've seen 90 times now. In 2 months, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get that it has to end the same time or the same way every time.
Yeah.
With the RKO?
Not even with the RKO, just like
Cena laying there?
seeing laying there.
So
Like,
so that's because Cena's just gonna win. They're doing the classic trope. Like Cena's gonna get
Yeah.
fucked every week and then he's gonna win. And I don't see, I think the reason it's happening is because they're making our hero lose, so they gotta make our babyface hero strong leading up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he
I get it.
if he gets fucked by John Cena 2 or 3 times leading up to it and then loses, you know, like we
Which,
already know
yeah.
he's gonna lose the match, so like now it's
Right. It seems with everything going on with Cena, it seems like we're on autopilot almost. Because, we know he's not going to lose it. If he does, I would be stunned. Yeah, they're going to play the hits. They're going to do, we got Randy already. They're probably going to do Punk.
Bro,
They're
it
probably
might
gonna do.
not be Cena. It might not be Cody who he loses it back to.
It might not be. It really might not be.
And if it's
could
not,
be. It could be. What's going to be the last one? Didn't you guys already figure
December.
That Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view in
Yeah.
Boston.
Who do you think it's going to be against?
I would think it's going to be Cody.
And
So
if it's
then,
not Cody,
is that when we get Cena Punk?
Money in the Bank just makes too much sense. Like with
Yeah, I feel like
Backlash,
it has to be Money in the Bank.
I'm just trying to think of who else. Maybe Gunther.
I mean, with Cena, to
you have
me
the Gunther
personally,
match there.
with Cena out of the picture, come December, the way to go is, for me, Punk and Cody at WrestleMania.
Okay, so like, here's my thing, right? If it's not Cody that takes it off of Cena, if it's not Cody, who could it be on this being the Cena final run? Who is up there who could win this belt off of Cena and then Cody gets...
I don't know. That's why I think we're on autopilot.
If it's not Cody, I honestly think it could be Gunther because that's another
yeah, I can see that.
That's
maybe.
another like dream match people want to see.
My whole concern though is like I don't think Gunther gives a fuck about like Cena's cause.
Yeah.
In either direction.
Yeah.
I think Gunther would purely be like, I want that title and you have it. Give it to me.
That's fine. That works.
Yeah, I mean it works. I would like to see Cena.
Gunther's not taken up for the fans. Like he's not doing that.
He's not gonna do it.
He doesn't care.
So
he hates the fans too. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on to Backlash.
Hooray.
What opened the card?
The Fatal 4-Way for the US.
Mm-hmm.
Good match. Right. Fun match.
Yeah.
Fun match. Jacob is a fucking animal.
Such a beast.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep saying that every time.
That was an absolute...
I really thought everybody kind of looked good.
Me too.
It was like a really good showcase for all four guys. I think Jacob, you could tell, just Jacob shines. I mean, what he does is so just. I don't understand how he does it.
I don't either.
I don't get it, but I'm happy Jacob retained.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm happy Jacob retained. You would have to think maybe those other three worked themselves into Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Drew, Damian, and LA. I think
Mhm.
maybe it's LA's time to win it.
Yeah.
I feel
agree.
like
I'm
he's
with
the
that.
bet.
I'm with that.
It's been, I think it's been a little delayed, to be honest. It should have, I thought, maybe even last year or
Yeah.
2 years ago. But I think it's LA's time to win it now.
Yeah.
And then following that, Llama, I was at your house. I don't even fucking remember.
Lyra and Becky.
Lyra and Becky was next.
Another good match. I thought that was, we stated it before. That was really Lyra's coming out party almost.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah.
where it was like, okay, the
Wild
casual
with that.
WWE fan is going to say, wow, she's really, really good. Between
Yeah.
the promo Monday and between her performance on Saturday.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean,
And her promo the week before too. Hold on a second, I'm sneezing.
Bless
nice
you.
one. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You got a 2 count on the sneeze?
Hmm?
2 count on the sneeze?
Yeah. I'm good for at least 2 every time.
Right.
But no, I think Lyra is here. She is
Yeah.
officially here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was her coming out party on Saturday.
Yeah.
I thought.
Mhm.
For sure. She looked great.
Next up we had the Intercontinental title match. We had Dom Mysterio versus
Penter?
Penter.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid match.
Very good.
You could see that Finn turn is coming
Mhm.
sooner or later.
Yes.
I mean, probably rather sooner than later. Sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Might be right. Or we might see further advancement on it tonight.
Yeah, you could tell it's coming very, very soon. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see where that picture goes because I think Dom is great at what he does.
Mhm.
So it's going to be really exciting to see whether it is Finn, whether there's a continuation with Penta, whatever it may be. I think probably it'll be a continuation with Penta, and Finn is going to screw Dom, and Penta will win the title or something, and then Money in the Bank will get like a triple threat or something.
I think Dom is gonna have this title for a while.
Yeah.
Not 666 days.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think Dom might have this title for like when did he win it?
Won in Mania.
Mania.
He
Yeah.
won in Mania. April
Probably like end of the year.
April
Or, like,
20th or
Rumble.
something. Dom's gonna probably have this till maybe what's at the end of the year? What's like the last one?
Well, we got Survivor Series, then we got that Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view.
Dom might lose it at Survivor Series. Dom might have it for like months.
You think?
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
It might still be Penta that takes it.
Right. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm not against that, but I think to me the story points to losing to Penta sooner rather than later and having that Finn heel turn
Yeah.
be the catalyst for
I
it.
don't know how soon it's gonna be because
Right. I don't know how soon it's gonna be.
Penta's probably gonna fight El Grande Americano.
Americano, yeah. Maybe, yeah, who knows?
So what if Finn is the one who goes after the belt for Dom? Like,
Yeah, I think he'll probably be the first one while Penta's dealing with non-luchadors.
imposters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we still haven't figured out who that is, right?
Yeah, no idea.
El Grande Americano, no idea.
Yeah.
I think it's Tomas.
I thought so too.
Makes
I thought so
sense.
too.
Makes sense.
I heard Godfather came out of retirement and then
Yeah.
we're gonna move on to Gunther and Pat McAfee.
Let's not.
Fair enough. Me, Lama, and a couple of our friends, Ant and Dylan, and Johnny. Johnny was with us. We were watching it at Lama's house, and I got up to leave several times during this match
He
because
didn't actually leave.
I was
but
ready
he was-
to. I
he
was
was-
putting stuff in my pocket during one of them, and I was like,
It was something that surprised all of us.
Yeah.
I don't
I
even
mean,
remember
for
what
me,
it was.
I thought it was going to be Pat written off TV.
What exactly did I like stand up and like quit on? I forget.
I forget, but
Well,
it was kind of I was kind of scratching my head over it. I don't really know what the point is to have Pat McAfee stand toe to toe for nearly 20 minutes with the guy who held the IC title for 600 days and just
there is no point.
recently came off
Yeah.
of a
There's no
world
there's
heavyweight
no good
title
reason to do it.
run. I don't get it. That's why I literally thought it was going to be a squash beyond squash.
Is
Mm.
it
And
a
it's going to
make a
last like
wish
a
thing
minute.
for McAfee? Is he
What'd you
dying?
say?
Said is he
No,
dying?
it's
Is it
not
a
a
make a wish
Make-A-Wish
thing
thing.
for McAfee?
I don't know what it is, but
Like,
that it was really,
Which
really
is-
odd, and all of us were kind of scratching our head.
Which is
Like,
kind of like just to like obviously I didn't think it was going to be a good match, but Pat has put on great matches before. It's just
dude, I'll give it to Pat. He
yeah.
can put on a match, but it's also
he's
like,
only 38 too. He's
I don't
not
need
like,
him to put on a
yeah.
Oh,
match.
he's in his
Why are
prime
you?
then.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, but
But he didn't have to fight Gunther here, or if anything, do it on like a Saturday night main event. Do
Yeah,
it on
I
a
didn't
main
get it.
PLE.
I really don't
do it on
understand it.
fucking Monday. I don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
Really don't get it.
I do agree with Brian Last and Jim Cornette. I don't know if anybody heard, but this Michael Cole is the greatest of all time thing. Can we give it a rest?
I think Cole's up there. Dude, to me, I'll be honest with you. I hated Jerry Lawler.
You don't think JR is the greatest of
Oh,
all
J,
time?
yeah, okay, but Jr. I could see in that argument, but everybody, I feel like
Paul
there's
was also great on commentary.
who?
Paul Heyman?
Oh, well, Heyman was great on commentary,
Yeah.
but I think there's a lot of revisionist history around Jerry Lawler. Like Jerry Lawler was fucking annoying a lot of the time.
I agree that Lawler wasn't the great. Like he was great with JR,
Mhm.
but like
Oh,
yeah.
I think Jr.
I
Dude,
think JR is the best hands down. I don't really think we're having a conversation if we're not saying
no, we're not.
JR.
We're not.
No.
I'm not saying Michael Cole isn't working his way up there, but I think it's still Jr.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right. So.
Gorilla Monsoon. No.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Wait, no, real quick, actually. Let's talk about the finish to this.
Do we have to?
No, I guess we don't.
I mean,
Moving on.
we're gonna say the same thing we already said.
Yeah, you're right. All right, moving on to John Cena and Randy Orton.
I liked it.
I did too.
Yeah.
I thought it was exactly what it needed to be.
And
I really did.
and how you said like they're playing the hits of like his opponents. They played the hits in this match.
Right. I thought it was perfect for what it needed to be.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get this. We're never gonna see that punt connect again.
Yeah,
Punt never.
It's
That
'cause
punt
Kevin
never
got
connected
hurt.
again. They're gonna tease it every time Randy's out there and pissed off and like fully enraged or whatever. It's never gonna land. Never get your hopes up.
We would have
Right.
seen it at WrestleMania if Kevin did get hurt.
Yeah. No, I really thought that match, the Cena Randy match, was exactly what it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it needed to be anything more than what it was.
Yeah.
It was two guys playing the hits for, a generation of fans who were there for the last time. And there were some great near falls. There was some really good, spots and stuff. Our Truth coming out was okay. I mean,
It's better than
kinda
Travis
odd.
Scott.
It's better. Anything's better than Travis Scott. But
And our
kinda,
truth
yeah.
didn't take like a minute and 45 seconds to get there.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, that's my take on it. It was exactly what it needed to be.
What about the press conference?
I mean, our poor boy, our Truth. I mean, he grew up watching John Cena.
His childhood hero turned on
His
him.
childhood hero.
It's insane.
Funny. It's funny.
I love our
I
truth.
don't know if I love the idea of wasting a Cena appearance on our Truth, and that's nothing against our Truth. I think he's great.
I don't think any of that's a waste.
Maybe not. I
He
mean,
was
it'll
already
be
there. He had the match with Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Who knows? We'll see. We got to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So, what did you rank WrestleMania, Lama? What did you give it
I don't even remember. Out of 5 or out of 10?
out of 10?
Both nights combined, it was like high 5, early 6.
Yeah.
What would you give Backlash?
I would say late 6, early 7. Somewhere down there.
I'd
Dude, I thought the card was pretty damn good.
I would
Yeah.
say 6.5 to a 7 for me.
Yeah, the only thing that left a bad taste in my mouth was Pat and Gunther, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. That was pretty
I
good.
would say, yeah, that's fair. That was
We
Yeah.
didn't
kind
get
of the
any.
only
We didn't
part.
get any Goldberg.
Thank
Thank
God.
God. Honestly.
I was not ready for that. It was. Who else did I say it could have been? Oh yeah, we were saying it could have been Ilya.
Yeah.
We were saying maybe something with Ludwig. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
I
probably
don't.
get one of them today or something.
Probably
Yeah.
Yeah, Goldberg.
Goldberg, dude. I want nothing to do with Goldberg on screen.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah. Maybe Big E, but that's it.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think we're gonna see tonight? Based out of like follow up on Backlash, like hold on a minute. We absolutely forgot something.
What did we forget?
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
The
did. How
boy.
the fuck did we forget that? How did we forget Jeffrey Cobb?
Matanza
So-
Cueto.
Jeff Cobb is a fucking animal, dude.
He's so good. I love
So
him.
I was reading online that he has like a history with like Jacob Fatu. So they're like now they're playing on the whole they brought in Jacob's most like biggest rival to replace him. So
That makes
like,
sense.
that's gonna be sick. That's a SmackDown thing though, right?
Yeah. So we're probably
That's
not going to see him
disappointing.
until Friday.
I think we're gonna
It's
see some
interesting.
judgment.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they spin the Jeff Cobb being in the Bloodline thing.
Yeah. This the Filipino and the Samoan bloodline.
Right. Like
They might not acknowledge it, or they're just gonna not be the Bloodline 2 anymore.
right. My
Yeah.
grandpa had coffee with Afa
Yeah.
and Sika 70 or 60 years ago.
His
Yeah.
dad and Haku drank coffee and
Yeah.
played pool.
They sat next to each other on a plane to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
who
it.
knows how that's gonna work out, but no, I'm excited to see Jeff Cobb, man.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal, that dude.
Do we get a Gunther appearance?
Tonight, probably.
Probably, I would say probably. I know, we got AJ versus Finn tonight.
AJ versus Finn?
AJ versus Finn. Penta versus Chad Gable. We got Roxanne and Julia versus Rhea and Io. Which that's where I do think maybe Asuka and Kairi Sane come back.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Punk returning to see what he says.
Okay.
Whether it's going to be a continuation of his a response to Heyman getting screwed by Heyman, or whether he's going to go after John Cena. Who knows? We will have to wait and see.
What about the Knicks and the Celtics?
We have the Knicks and the Celtics at 7:30.
I need the Knicks to win.
If you're not
we
nicking
all
up,
need the Knicks to win. They can't go back to Boston fucking 2-2.
They can't go down 2-2, or they can't tie it. Or
if
else
you're not nicking
it's
up,
over.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Nick up.
As you could tell by the hat, but yeah, it's very interesting Raw tonight, to say the least. What else we got? Oh, the War Raiders versus the Creed brothers, live
Yeah.
from Louisville tonight. Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh,
Maybe Jim Cornette will be there.
Fucking be there.
Yeah, but
Watch for him in the crowd.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Lama,
that's it, man.
You want to wrap us up?
That is it. Thank you for joining us on this post-Backlash edition of No Cell Nation. We hope you enjoy Raw tonight. We hope you enjoy SmackDown on Friday. There's going to be some things to talk about, I'm sure, as there always is. And we will see you next time, and go Knicks.
Go Knicks.
Bang.
Later.